Hi, girl.
How's it going?
Good, girl. Today was wash day, so I put on my favorite moo and washed my hair.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I need to. Girl, I'm over acting like I don't have to fly out in like a day.
Right.
I ain't got nothing done. I ain't got my hair done. I ain't got my nails done. I got my toes done. That's it.
Girl,
Colorado gonna
get
have to
it
take me.
together.
Colorado gonna have to take me as I am.
Period.
Period.
Period. Just file them nails down, girl. Put some clear coat. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find me some press on somewhere, but I also plan on being in the water. So I'm like, why even stress it? You
Yeah.
know,
Don't
what,
even worry about press
what
ons.
is the point? What is the purpose? So we're gonna see. And for my hair, we're gonna figure it out too. I
I
was
mean,
gonna do,
honestly, it doesn't look bad.
yeah, I just took it out of my twist. Maybe like it was a couple weeks ago now, but again, I'm like, I'm gonna be in the water anyways.
Right. Do some
One
two
bird.
straight and call it a day.
It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be all right. I just ain't ready.
Get ready.
Yeah, and don't worry. By the time that trip, by the time that I need to be ready for that flight, I'll be ready. Until then, I'm gonna just be figuring my life out.
Period.
Period.
I love these earrings. Every time you wear them, I like them.
Thank you, thank
Yes, they're
you,
so cute.
thank you.
But yeah, girl, it's a block party going on down the street, and the police is in front of my house.
Oh
I
wow.
said, Lord, they got us looking like the neighborhood snitch. Why they party in front of our house? Girl, crazy.
uh, it's crazy. Like I was at work today, and it was literally nobody there. Like nobody on the belt line, nobody
That's
anywhere. I'm like,
crazy.
what's going on? And I mean, it's like raining here and there, but still, for a Friday, it was nobody. We were still there.
That's
Thank the Lord.
insane. Ain't it?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Mm. Girl, I was off at 1 o'clock today.
Mhm.
God, it's good. I'll go back till Tuesday.
Hey, 4-day weekend.
Yes, I'm so excited. And then the turn up.
Yeah, then it's turned up.
Then the turn up. But girl, let's get into the topic because I don't want to hold you up. I'm sure you got packing and things to do.
Mhm.
So yes, I'll let you go ahead and introduce it. I'm taking your lead tonight. I mean,
Okay.
following
So
your lead. Sorry, not taking.
gotcha. Okay, so the topic today is blackness, right? So
Mhm.
I wanted to talk a little about this
I
because
think it was like, what was it? Alternative?
yeah, alternative blackness,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But ultimately it's still the same thing. Like black is
Mhm.
what black is. Like whether it's one way you think of it or not, like we're all black, you know?
Yeah.
so So I wanted to talk a little bit about this because I know, me having experiences growing up and girls who are coming after me who may be experiencing the same thing. Like it may be a topic that somebody needs to hear. Somebody who may be struggling with this, currently. It's not necessarily an issue that I face a lot. Um, as an adult, like,
Mhm.
because please, what do you have to say to me for real?
Right.
What type of say to be for real? But like growing up, it was a big thing. It was like me, growing up, and it would be the weirdest slight I would ever hear. Like another black person coming to me and be like, "Oh, you're like you act white. You, you dress white. You talk white." Or
Mhm.
even taking a step further to call me an Oreo. Like
Yeah.
how does that make sense to you when we're looking right at each other?
Mhm.
Because if any person see me off of the street, do you think they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like that's the white one right there"? No, they're
No.
gonna look. They're gonna look at both of us
Black,
and
black,
say,
black, black.
black, 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 black. Okay, and black is not one thing, nor is any type of other race, creed, or color. Black is not one thing. We all have different lived experiences. We all have different ways that we have grown up and how we have cultivated that into ourselves, right?
Mhm.
So me, for example, I grew up. My mother and father are both from Kentucky, right? They're both from predominantly white areas. They went to schools that were. My dad went to schools that were like more black attendees, and my mom went to schools that had more white attendees, right? And so they took on those experiences, and when they came down to Georgia and they stuck us in the suburbs of the black neighborhoods, and now we're just going to predominantly black schools, period. I had to take on all that I know from my mother, like everything that
Yeah.
I've learned from her, and I had to take that into the world, right? And make it my own. So my mother, growing up in Kentucky, going to predominantly white school, she just had a certain way that she spoke to people, a certain cadence that she has, a certain way that she deals with people, a certain, whatever the case may be. That's just how she lived. And me being, her child, her only daughter, an admirer of her, I took those experiences and took those with me. And so when I would go to schools, and they go predominantly black schools, it would be like, "Ugh, why do you talk like that? Why do you talk proper?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do this? Why do you do that?" And I'm like, what exactly is wrong with talking proper? Better
Right.
question. What exactly is wrong with black people talking proper, and why does it equate to whiteness?
But you want
Right?
to know what I
Mm-hmm.
think? I really think this is just me and my what is it called? Theory.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've been conditioned as black people to feel less than.
Right.
So when we see another black person who speaks proper
Mm-hmm.
English and proper etiquette, we're like, oh, you think you're better than us. You
Right.
think you're white. Because subconsciously we think white superior, black inferior. And it's like,
Exactly.
no, that's not
Exactly.
necessarily the case. So I think that's where that really stems from as well. It's not that there's necessarily something wrong with it. It's just that's what we've been programmed to think.
Exactly. It's very rooted. It's at the core of us. And it's not to say that everybody thinks this way. Very much like you said, it's subconscious. It's why do you equate talking proper to whiteness? Or even I hate the word proper. Why does using proper vernacular equate to whiteness only? Like they act like it's only exclusive to white people to speak a certain type of way, live a certain type of way, dress, whatever the case may be. Those only, like, those higher ups that you have in your mind, you equate them to whiteness, and at your root, at your core, you are like, we are hurting as a people, because the more you the more you push the narrative, the harder it will be for people to be who they really are. And I feel like a lot of black people in general struggle with that. There's so many like freaking blurs out there, black nerds or whoever the case may be, who struggle on a daily basis with depression, with all these things, because they had to go through alienation in high school. They had to go through alienation in middle school because they were the black kid that liked to watch anime. They were the black kid that liked to, play card games or stuff like that, when every other black kid was doing whatever they wanted to do with their life. Like, just
Mhm.
as they are doing whatever they want to do with their life, now they have to suffer for being who they are. What that
Yeah.
lady said, she said, "Be who you are."
Be
And
who you are. Girl, you know that lady
yeah,
died?
yeah, recipes to her.
Lord, rest in peace. Go
Rest.
ahead.
No, I remember you posted in the group chat. You was like, "Lord have
That took me for
mercy."
a loop. I
Um,
hated hearing that news.
it's so scary. It's like a lot of TikTokers that I've noticed recently are like passing away, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe it's because they're like in the limelight of everything, but I'm like, this is getting
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Very.
It's getting kind of weird. It's gonna get weird. But yeah, basically, like black people are not a monolith. We are not one singular being. We
Mm-hmm.
are not all the same. We do not all have the same experiences. Um, for us to not only just expand on that, but we all don't experience the same things to say we can act or do or be a certain type of way.
As
So how do we move past that, right? Like,
yeah.
what does that look like for us, for kids down the line? I feel like things are getting a lot better, granted. Again, I'm not in the school system. I don't know what these kids got going on. But, you know, from videos that I've seen and different things with people in schools, like I have seen more acceptance of like the blurred or the this or the that, or more black girls stepping out into their alternative being, you know, dressing gothically, dressing however they want, listen to that Taylor Swift. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I've seen more of it as of recently, and I feel like as just a people, we are progressing, but the progression is very slow because why are we still here?
Yeah.
Why do we still feel inferior?
That's the big
Right?
question.
Why do we still feel inferior? These white these people,
These white people.
these white people can't do nothing for us. We are for us. Okay, we have to be about us. Every single black person there is, we have to be about us. We have to spread the narrative, and expand who we are and who we want to be as people, or else we're going to be the same. We're always going to have the same stereotypes if you keep perpetuating the stereotypes. And not even just the stereotypes. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're a black kid, you're a young black man, and you want to go into basketball. Cool, great. Like that's your life's passion, that's your life's purpose, whatever. Right? There's always going to be stereotypes about it. They're always going to talk shit about us. They're always going
Yeah.
to do it. So it's not like we can get rid of stereotypes, but being more accepted within our own communities of people who are not like us,
Yeah.
people who want
Absolutely.
differently,
Hmm.
right?
And I think too, like, first of all, the issue isn't even really white people. And I can't even say today's white people, right? But the issue is just within ourselves. Okay. So we have to first acknowledge, okay, this is probably the root of the issue, which we said earlier, thinking white is superior, black is inferior, that being deeply rooted in us from like
Mm-hmm.
slavery. So first you need to acknowledge that. Once you acknowledge that, then you have to also say to yourself, well, what am I going to do personally to help educate others? Because you can come across not even a white person, someone from another country, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what color they are, just educating them. Like if they say something, oh, you talk so proper, or I didn't expect you to talk that way. Well, first, why didn't you expect me to talk like this?
Yeah.
Let's get into that. So once we get into that, now let me educate you on why I talk the way that
Hmm.
I talk. And let me also educate you on the fact that proper English has no
Yeah.
color. It has no race.
Exactly.
You know? So I think that's probably the first step, just acknowledging the root of it all and then being able to properly educate others when they project those things onto us.
Yeah. Because that's all it is projection.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just hurt and scorn feelings being passed on to another person because you didn't feel comfortable in yourself to be who you truly are. And so you would rather tamp down another person to be exactly like you, to live the same dread as you, to live in the same hurt as you. When most of us, a majority of us, like we would rather not. Like
Yeah.
why do I why do I have to live up to your expectations? And that's kind of how I had to navigate the situation myself. It's like, why do I have to live up to your expectations of who I should be? Right?
And
You are not me.
literally.
I am not you. Okay. And you can do and see fit to however you want to live your life. However, I'm going to continue doing what I need to do in this life to be happy. I'm going to continue to talk the way I talk. I'm going to continue and also like experience and embrace more of my blackness, because that one, it doesn't separate me, it has never separated me from my blackness. Okay, it is me walking around with my locks, my never did an edge in my life, child. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
it has never separated me from my blackness, and it never will. It's just that I had to go about it a different way, and so do you.
Yeah.
So
That actually reminds me, I was in church, girl. I was like in middle school maybe. And this was when going natural was
mhm,
like the thing. Everybody was going natural. And I think at this point I've been natural for about 3 years, so my puffball was beautiful.
mhm,
And the girl sitting next to me, I think she was a college student because it was popular for college students to go to that church. And she's like, I love your hair. I wish my hair was like yours. I was like, well, it'll get there. The longer you go through the journey, it'll get there. She was like, yeah, I just started going natural. And my dad told me, why would you do that mess to your hair? You're never going to get a job. And I'm like, as a young girl, I'm thinking, whoa,
right.
what does your hair have to do with getting a job.
Right.
Mind you, back then I didn't even really understand the severity of that, because
Yeah.
when I started looking for jobs, people were telling me, "Oh, because you have red dye in your hair, you can't get a job." What does it have to do with what's in my brain?
Right. Exactly.
Like, I literally did not start getting job offers until I got the red out of my hair. That did not change nothing, but obviously they saw me differently. So it's crazy that the world looks at you that way, but it's also even crazier that our own people are saying to
Yeah.
us, their daughters, "You will never get a job for having your hair the way that it naturally grows out your head."
Right.
What sense does that
Well,
make?
what type of sense does that make?
Your hair naturally grows that way, and
Mhm.
it's your fault,
Right.
and you won't get a job because of it.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly. And that's why we have things like the Crown Act. Why on earth do we need a law? I mean, we know why. Oh no. Okay,
I
hold on. The
still
thing.
hear you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Can you see me though?
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy, but I can see you.
Okay, good. Okay. But yeah, why do we need policies? Why do we need policies in order to live how we naturally live?
Mhm.
Look how we naturally look, right? And we understand why, because generations, years and years of white power has led us to where we are, and now we have to fight back. And it doesn't help, like you said, it does not help when in your own community they are pulling you down.
Yeah.
They are passing it along.
Yeah.
They are telling, like my mom, granted, I don't even know if she really likes my locks or not. Like, I feel like more now, but like in the very beginning, she was like, "What you gonna do with your hair? What you gonna retwist it? What you gonna do that?" First of
Mhm.
all, ma'am, are you doing my hair?
Are you doing it?
You didn't even do my hair. You didn't even do my hair when I was in middle school. So what? Like, why does it concern you? Why does it concern you?
Let me be
Let
free.
me be free. Like, I want to do nothing. I want the privilege. It's such a privilege to want to live your life as you see fit, but also it's such a privilege to not have to worry and stress about something on a daily basis that you don't want to worry and stress about. There's girls out here who want to get their hair done every single day. They want a
Mhm.
hairstyle a new hairstyle every week. They got a ponytail. They
Mm.
got a frontal. They got this. They got that. And you know what,
Yeah.
girl? Do what you do.
Do
I'm
it.
happy for you. I'm happy for you. It's a privilege for you to live that way. It's also a privilege for me as a black woman with locks to do absolutely nothing.
Right.
To do absolutely for 3 months straight. I oil my scalp and I spray my rose water
Mm.
and I go about my life. Okay? And
Yes.
that is a privilege to me as a black woman.
Mhm.
So I don't appreciate hearing my mom slick outside her mouth saying, "Oh, where you go, where you go, girl,
The hair
please.
is done. What do
The
you
hair is
mean?
done.
It's done.
It's done. It's done." Okay,
It is done.
you and I, we're looking at the exact same thing, and I've come to the conclusion for the both of us. It's done.
It is
Okay,
done.
it is done. I don't have nothing else to say to that, right? But that's how they
But
grow up.
people, oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
Right? No, but that's how they grow up. My grandmother is the exact same way. My grandmother will talk about your weight, or your this, or your that, and so she told my mom that, and so of course now my mom is telling me this. This is what we talk about breaking generational curses. These are the curses we're talking about, people. These are the curses we're talking. We're talking about breaking cycles of harm that have been passed on for generations and generations and generations to come.
Yeah.
Because who else is going to do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Who else is going to do it?
But at the same time, we can't even blame our mothers or grandmothers, because they're learning as we, go along. It's a new world for them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, they're learning, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this, or maybe I shouldn't say that. Even though to us it's like it's common sense you shouldn't say that, but we were raised in a different era than they
Mm-hmm.
were. Prime example, girl. When I was young, I'm not gonna say which family member because they might be on here. It's not my
Mm-hmm.
mama though. But one family member was talking about how you need to watch your figure. You're gaining weight. You're gaining weight. I literally, and my mom can vouch if she remembers, I did not eat for like, in my mind, it was a week. It definitely was not a week, but it felt like a week. But I didn't eat for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, "Why aren't you eating?" And I'm like, "Because so and so said I was fat."
Mm-hmm.
And that pissed her off.
Yeah.
Because she's like, "Girl, eat."
Right.
Like, what's it? But I'm like, to hear somebody keep telling me to watch my weight. First of all, I'm a little kid at this
Yeah.
point. Like, what do you mean, watch my weight? If I want to eat some sugar cookies, let
Ex-
me eat sugar cookies. Okay?
Exactly.
It's fine. I haven't even hit my growth spurt yet.
Right.
Relax. And then when I hit my growth spurt, girl, to me, I look like a
Mm-hmm.
crackhead. Oh, but they thought, "Oh, you look so good. Keep the weight down." I look sick. I see the
I see
bones in my neck.
though, bro.
What do you
Oh my
mean?
gosh.
But to
Yeah.
them, they were like complimenting me or empowering me. But it's like, no, you were really making me feel bad about myself. Like,
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah.
Terrible, terrible. And it reminds me of a conversation I recently had with my mother when I was experiencing, like, I was going through a depression because of the eat the cookies anime.
Eat the cookies anyway.
um, but no, I was going through just a rough time with work, with life, and I was going through a depression, and so I was not eating the way that I normally do, or I would say I was eating better, as in like eating more salads and things like that, but I wasn't eating enough to sustain my body, and I could feel it in every single crevice all over
Mhm.
me, right? And I go to my mother, and I'm like, hey,
Oh Lord. Knocking on the
right?
set.
I go to my mother, and I'm like, hey, like I'm just not feeling well physically, everything, and her immediate reaction was to say, what did she say? She was like, oh, you got it lucky. I've been trying to lose weight, and I'm like, I'm
Okay.
literally I'm literally depressed. Like, like
I'm at the bottom of the pit
I'm
right now,
at
and
the
I'm lucky.
bottom of the pit, right? I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I feel horrible. I feel like I look horrible. It's like one of those things that's kind of like an antibody dysmorphia. Like when
Mhm.
you're losing all of it, and you didn't ask for this. Like I didn't ask for this. Like I
Right.
was 170. I haven't been 170 since I was in high school, right? And
Girl.
looking back at pictures of when I was in high school, I'd be like, what the, you know,
Girl, that's me. I was
like
like 173 looks disgusting
it
on
looks
me.
crazy. It looks crazy. Like I don't feel my fullest self when I'm in that range, right? And it's different things to it. Like, toning is one thing, whatever the case may be. But I'm literally expressing to you like, hey, I don't feel great. I don't feel great at all, actually. It's mentally weighing on me. But um because people may not feel great about themselves, they project that onto us, right? And that brings us back to what we originally said, projection. Do not allow
Yeah.
projection to be the guide for your life because people are always going to tell you. They're always because they're like, oh yeah, you don't want that job because of this, or you may not like this, or how do you know unless you tried it?
Right.
How did okay you may have done that thing, but I have not, and I have to experience that. I have to live my life, my truth, and what I have going on in order to figure out me.
Hmm. And being happy with being you. That
Yeah.
brings me to what's the quote? Oh, you think you all that in a bag of chips? I do. Because if I don't, who will?
Who will?
Like, I think that's so crazy to say that to somebody because they're feeling themselves. If
Yeah.
they don't, who
Who
will? Nobody
will?
loves you more than you.
Exactly.
Like,
And
I
if you
just
don't
do
love
not get
yourself,
that.
that response will tell me everything I need to know. Because if you don't truly love yourself, that's the type of shit you would say to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of course.
Because why are you mad at me
Right.
for being confident? Like, I
Exactly.
might not be your cup of tea, but I'm mine.
I looked at myself before
So,
I walked out this door and I felt amazing.
grace.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
I
And I
don't
just wish more people, black people specifically, I wish we felt that way. Like, I'll never forget the hairdresser I was going to at the time. the other hairdresser in the salon was like, "You're so pretty for a black girl," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Me being younger, my mom was like, "I hate when they say that. Just
Mm-hmm.
be pretty." And she even brought me a shirt, and it says, "You're a pretty black girl," but it crossed out the black and it just says period. Like you're
Yeah.
pretty, period.
Right.
Like, why is it because I'm a dark skinned girl, I'm a black girl, I'm pretty? Can I just be pretty? You're not saying, "Oh, you're a pretty light skinned girl."
Right.
She's just a pretty girl.
She's just pretty.
Like,
They-
why do we have to do this? Like, what's going on?
What's
What
going
is going
on?
on? It's not clicking.
Yeah.
Michelle,
I was pissed.
I was
Period.
pissed.
Period. I'd be
And I was
mad
like, "Oh,
too.
thank
Right.
you."
Don't you ever in your life
No.
think you could like no. Pretty for a black girl. All black girls are pretty. Let's
All
start there.
black girls are pretty.
All black-
Everybody has their something that looks great to
Exactly.
somebody else. It might not be for you, but
Right.
it is always for somebody else. So that
Exactly.
does not mean you need to say they're ugly. You don't talk down on people. Now, granted, I talk about people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to work on it,
Mm-hmm.
but I catch myself when I talk about people and I end up feeling bad afterwards because I'm like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah.
Because why did you feel the need to take all that energy to muster up that negativity
Yeah.
out your mouth about this person who probably doesn't even know you or care what you're saying?
Right.
Why even bother?
Exactly. How
Another
is it
black person at
benefiting?
that.
Right. How
That's
how
crazy.
are you benefiting from the comment?
It's,
Exactly.
exactly. What did
Yeah.
that do for me?
Yeah.
Bills are still due. Bills
Okay.
are still due. I said that girl was ugly and the bills are
Yeah.
still due. Now what?
Now what? Exactly. Exactly. Worry about yourself.
Okay, always and forever,
What?
please.
Okay. Hey, saying to anybody, I pray somebody will worry about you as well. But first and foremost, worry about yourself.
Yes.
Worry about yourself. Mm-mm.
Because you can't preach that you want people to be confident, yet you're still tearing
Yeah.
them down. But that's my goal. I want the black community. I mean, I want everybody in the world to feel this way, but specifically my black people because we struggle the most. I want us to be confident in ourselves and who we are.
Yeah.
I don't want us to feel like we have to put on the lashes to feel pretty.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to put on lashes to be pretty,
Right.
that's cool. That's your thing. But don't think you need it
Yeah.
to be pretty. Don't think you need to get a fresh retwist
Yeah.
to feel pretty.
Still feel pretty.
You don't need to put on the 6-inch heels looking like a deer. You can't walk in them. Wear the sandals. They're just as cute. You are pretty how you are.
I'm looking like a deer.
Girl, because that's me. I can't walk in heels. I look like a fool. I wear
And
the
you
kid
see what?
heels, and that's the most I could do.
And you see
Look
why I
like a
don't wear no
fool.
heels? Because I'll be damned if y'all see my face on a sidewalk. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Girl,
Okay,
because I'm good for falling.
I'm
I
good.
ain't got time.
Good for
No.
falling. I'm good for falling.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I
Yes.
know me. At the end of the day, I know what I
Okay.
Okay, okay. And Atlanta, listen closely, Atlanta, because y'all pissing me off. Okay, I don't understand the gentleman's club where it's required to wear heels. Fuck you. Wear the heels. You wear the
Every
heels.
time I come to Atlanta, I'm like, let me pack some heels because I can't get in the club without them.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
And
that.
you see
I
why
love Savannah. I
I
can
love
go in with my
Savannah.
house shoes if I want to.
Period. Okay. The flattest flats I got, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
stomping on y'all in Savannah.
Period. But girl, yes, definitely. I hope that the kids that's in school now, they don't have to deal with the Oreo comments
Yeah.
or anything like that. Just let them be who they are. Girl, it's a fruit fly flying around here. It's getting on my nerves. But just be who you are. Love yourself. People are gonna hate you. Some people gonna hate you, some people gonna love you, but at the end of the day, it don't really matter.
Right. It really
It's
don't
about how
matter.
you feel about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. You the only person that gotta sleep with you at night. At the end of the day gotta end.
Hmm. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, we live in a world now. You can change how you look. I mean, I'm not really a poster child for plastic surgery, but hey, if you want to change it, you could do it. We got that ability now.
Yeah. I've never considered it, but then the other day I had just like the tiniest thought, and I was like, what if I got my boobs done one day?
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, maybe like when I'm 40, you know?
Yeah, revamp because I want to feel like a 20-year-old
Yeah.
again.
Okay. I done had the kids, y'all. I'm ready.
I
I'm due
done
for
had
a
the
boob job.
kids. Give me a quick nip and
Right.
tuck.
I just want to be
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that when I get in my 40s. Well, I feel like I'm gonna still be kind of fine as wine in 40. But when
Yeah,
I
for
hit
sure.
50, things start drooping sometimes. So I
Yeah.
think 50, that's gonna be my 50th birthday present. Get some nip and tuck.
Hmm. I don't know, because
Mhm.
you know what? That's not a conversation for right
Let's
now.
not even
We
talk
can
about
talk
it, girl.
about it
Let's not
later.
even talk about it.
We can talk about it later. Oh my god.
But I'm definitely doing that. I am not opposed to some plastic surgery, honey. I don't think you should overdo it. Some
Yeah.
people get I definitely want a boob job. Right?
Right.
I think all women do. I
Yeah.
really do. I
Yeah.
don't know nobody who's like just strictly no.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's gonna be when y'all see me at 50, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
You already knew because I told you in 2024 what I was gonna do.
Okay. Don't be mad because you didn't get your doctor on lock ahead of time. That ain't got nothing to do with
No.
me. Okay.
Okay.
Because the titties gonna be up.
Mm-hmm.
Titties gonna be
Yeah.
up. Titties gonna be up. Hey, titties gonna be up. Hey.
They gonna be sitting.
You'll just stop even. Okay.
Yes, girl. But yes, y'all please don't follow with us, okay?
Please.
But girl, we hit that 30-minute
We
mark.
hit 30 minutes,
I know
y'all.
you
Thank you
got things
so
to do.
yeah. We'll be back week after that.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait,
stay.
hold on. Sometimes it's necessary for your health if you have too much up top. It's life changing. Yeah, that part too. But I'm just trying to get them lifted. Honestly, ain't nothing wrong with my health. That's gonna be good for my mental health.
Right, exactly. All right.
We might y'all know the deal. We do every 2 weeks now, so every other week we do a live. But my birthday's next weekend, and my sister is gonna come down to Savannah. God
Yes.
spare, safe travel.
Yes.
She'll be able to make it here, and we're gonna be basically spending the whole weekend together. So we probably get on live a couple times. If not, we'll record some content and post
Yeah.
things. But yeah, let's pray for Kenise to have safe travels on her vacation this weekend.
Yes, y'all. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and
Thoughts
prayers.
and prayers.
Okay. Because
She's gonna be a fairy.
while y'all praying and shit, will be out here shaking my happy birthday.
Thank
Yeah. Gemini,
you.
it's almost Gemini
Yes.
season.
It was,
Gemini,
it
stand up.
was, period.
Period.
It been my birthday since the beginning of Gemini season, to be honest.
Yeah.
My birthday is the whole Gemini season,
Yeah.
but June 2nd is the actual day, but I celebrate every day.
Yeah. As you should. As you should, queen. As you should, queen.
Period. So yes. Safe travel all. She said safe travels.
Thank you, Body Babe. Yeah, as it should.
As
Okay.
it should.
Why
But
are you
yes,
still
so
a Gemini? I can't remember or not.
safe travels as you should. Vonnie, no, Vonnie's birthday. Wait, Vonnie, are you a Gemini?
It was somebody who I don't know. I thought it was somebody else other than our usual Geminis.
I don't think it's Vonnie.
Mm, I'm a Libra. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
Vonnie and Maya have the same birthday, right?
Do
I don't know. Maya shares a birthday with
I?
10/16. I think
Yeah.
that's Maya's birthday.
Oh.
Don't get me the line. I don't know nobody's birthday. I don't.
I look at my calendar.
Oh, and she
Oh
said
yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. 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 Okay.
see.
Okay. Let me
Okay, I'm
write
being
that
a
down
good
right
friend.
now.
Look, I got everybody's birthday in my calendar. I don't know it until I get that alert.
Right.
But yeah, I figured I knew Maya shared a birthday with somebody. So yeah. Big Libra.
Big
Air
Libra,
sign
not
energy.
the little one.
Guys. But yeah, girl, get yourself together. Pack
Mhm.
your team so you can be well prepared for your well-deserved vacation.
I'm so excited, y'all.
Yeah.
We will see y'all soon. Love you, sister
Yes.
girl.
Love you, girl. See you soon. Bye.
Your body, blue star.